My official title is Vice President of Public Relations for the Baltimore Ravens. I've been with the Ravens for 15 seasons. Started out as an intern. I was in college and was playing basketball. The Carolina Panthers had started up their inaugural season, and they were working at our facilities until their stadium was built. So I was around them for 2 years, kind of getting to know them. I had to switch my major my junior year, so my head coach got me hooked up with the PR guy there. I went around with them for a day, really liked what they did. Was lucky enough to get an internship, a training camp internship. Should not have gotten it. I didn't have enough experience. But I think the day I spent there, the people said they enjoyed, they enjoyed getting to know me. And so it's a lot about personality. And so I did a training camp internship for them, finished out my senior season. Because I switched my major, I had 12 hours left, so I did another training camp internship and worked with them throughout the season on game day and doing whatever I could when I had some free time, going up there filing and all that kind of stuff. So I graduated in December. There's nothing open there. They called the senior vice president of public relations for the Ravens, and said, hey, we've got this kid, we don't have anything for him, he's a hard worker. So I came up here, got a training camp internship. There are 5 training camp interns, and they said they'll choose one to stay on for the season. So I fooled them into thinking that I was the best one, and so I was here for a full season. Again, nothing open in the NFL, so some relationships that I had made at ESPN. I went up to ESPN, and I was a production assistant on SportsCenter and NBA Tonight. And I was there for about 3 months, and some jobs came open. So the people that I had met at the Panthers said, hey, there are meetings in New York. Come down, bring your resume. Want to introduce you to some people. And had lucky enough to have a couple job offers. Decided to go with the San Francisco 49ers. So I went out there. I was there for 3 seasons. And then an elevated job came open here. Be there for a couple years and moved back out to California. And now 15 years later, here I am, and just been lucky enough to keep on moving up during my time here. So if I was coming into the NFL now, I probably wouldn't have a job just because I had 0 experience. I was playing my whole college career. So getting internships early, getting in that process, volunteering in the athletics department with the SID, anything you can do while you're in school to help you get that experience. Because I hate talking to people and saying, well, you don't have enough experience, come back to us when you have more experience. I think composure is something that you learn. Mm-hmm. I obviously have more composure now than I did my first couple of years in the NFL. I'm learning how to deal with a different personality. So these players have so many people coming at them internally and externally. They have us, they have community relations, corporate sales, they have the coaches, and then externally they have their agent, their marketing people, family, people wanting stuff from them. So it's hard, and you've got to, the most important thing, and this is what I tell young people in trying to get into sports, the most important thing that you have to learn are relationships and networking. Networking, you can never know enough people about relationships because what we do throughout the year, we always need something from the players. We need interviews, we need their time, we need things like that. So it's important for me to have those relationships with the guys where in November, if you've lost 2 games in a row and they're not playing well and they're pissed off and they don't want to do things, I can lean on those relationships and say, hey, I just need a favor, so you have to have those internally and externally. And the composure just comes with that. Once you start learning how the player is, the things they like to deal with, the things they don't like to deal with, the people they like to deal with, you grow. Your composure with each individual person grows as your relationship grows and you get to know them a little better. As far as mentors, I know it's going to sound cliche, but my father, he's my hero. Seeing what he did both in his military career and afterwards, and the professionalism that he handles everything with, he's obviously my mentor and just trying to be a professional man. But coming into the NFL, my boss here, Kevin Byrne, who's been doing this for a long time, he's probably forgotten more about NFL PR than I'll ever know. He's a mentor for me. My first full-time boss out in San Francisco, Kirk Reynolds, is a mentor. I still kind of lean on him. But also, I guess it depends on how you look at mentorship, because I also feel that the people that I came in with were the same age. We have the same jobs, but I look to them as mentors because they've dealt with situations that I haven't dealt with, so I can ask them and get their advice on things of that nature. I've dealt with some situations that they haven't. So I think the mentorship, it's not just older and younger, more established. I think it's people that you work with every day, that you see, that are your age, because you can learn a lot. Working with guys that don't know you is hard, So they ask 6 or 8 of guys from different teams to come out and help out at the Super Bowl. So we help out the week of, giving out credentials and things of that nature. And then after the game, players, specifically stars and MVPs, have specific interviews that they have to do. League partners, Sirius, XM, CBS, Fox, NBC. So they have us go because they just don't have enough people. So we get our assignments and we've got to get the guys to go. So, with our guys, I've known Ray Lewis for 16 years. I've known Terrell Suggs for 14 years. I've known Joe Flacco for 11 years. So it's easier to get that done here. There, Tom Brady, Russell Wilson, never seen me before. They don't know what I do. So it's, hey, I'm Chad Steele. I'm helping out the NFL. I need you to go do this. And he's like, I don't know you. So it's hard. For the most part, they're great. And, Peyton Manning, I'd worked with him years and years ago at the Pro Bowl, and he's a complete pro. Russell was awesome. It's repetition and trying to know what line you can go up to without crossing. NBA is such a tricky subject. I played basketball in college, and there were some rules that I just thought were stupid. Like if I'm walking to practice, you and I are walking together and it's pouring rain, one of my coaches can pick you up, but they can't pick me up because it's seen as a violation, which is hard. I think trying to keep it amateur is important because there's some innocence and sanctity to that, which I really enjoyed. But when you look at the NCAA for the first time, the revenue was over $1 billion this year. Mm-hmm. And then you have these young men. I remember the point guard on my team, I was lucky enough where my parents could give me a little bit of money each month. His parents couldn't afford it. He didn't have any money. So we have this guy who's the best player on our team. And once his meal plan runs out, he can't eat unless one of us help him. So that's hard. So you have these guys, you look at the Fab Five in Michigan, what they're doing down in Alabama. So you have these guys who are generating millions of dollars for their school, billions of dollars for the NCAA, and they don't get a piece of it. I don't have the answer. I don't know what it is. I just think it's fundamentally a little bit unfair, but I don't know. Nobody's come to the table with an adequate solution. If you play a sport in high school, particularly in college, you learn the values of working hard, and it can help you going forward. But there are a ton of athletes out there. There are a ton of people that are coming that are coming out with those same values. So, what can you do to separate yourself to get that job? And some of that is hard work, but some of it is leaning on your coaches, your student advisors and things of that nature to try to see, okay, what's the best fit for me? Do you know someone? I want to work for the Ravens. Do you know anyone there that you can introduce me to? I would like to work at Nissan. Do you have anybody at Nissan that you can introduce me to? But I always, when we're looking at resumes, if someone was an athlete, particularly in college, you have to take a little bit harder look at them because you see, that they know the value of hard work and that they're a good teammate, probably for the most part, depending on what sport they play, and they can take direction because coaching is tough, and a lot when you're someone's supervisor, sometimes it's a little bit of tough love and a little bit of coaching, and athletes can take criticism sometimes a little better.